Hey YouTubers, it's me, Anemic Panda, aka Carrie, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do a reaction video. I know that a ton of YouTubers already do this, and I thought I was just gonna jump on the bandwagon here, and I thought I'd do a little something different. And today I'm going to do misconceptions people had about the you-know-what, the dirty deed that are so wrong. I actually really wanted to be a sex therapist or a sex educator when I was, well, I still do, when I was younger, but didn't really have the course in my hometown to actually do that. And I hope I can say the word sex because it's in the science terms, so it's science. But no, I was always fascinated by it. I always wanted to learn about the biology and the science and the ins and outs. Get it? See what I did there? Anyways, so yeah, let's get to the video. So someone said, I thought you got pregnant every time you had sex with people, only did it to have babies. I remember saying to my friends with more siblings than me, ew, your parents had sex 4 times? Yeah, I think the parents probably had a lot more, for fun. Another person said, when I was told condoms were like plastic, I assumed they meant hard plastic and was envisioning something like a traffic cone on, the that would be very uncomfortable, I would assume. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but they're made out of latex. And if you have an allergic to a reaction to latex, there is different things out there like sheepskin. Another one said, I thought when you had sex it was through the woman's belly button and not her, the down there. I don't know if I'm supposed to be, I can say these words, so I'm just gonna kind of go around these words. Yeah, no, the belly button, like, how would you do that if there were an outie? Like, no. Like, I can see an innie, but the guy would have to be very small to fit in an innie. I don't know how you would do that with an outie. But no, the belly button is for when the umbilical cord is attached to the placenta, and that's how we feed the babies, is through the umbilical cord, and that's how they breathe. The oxygen goes through there into their blood system. I thought a certain job was literally putting the in your mouth and blowing like a whistle. I was like, why would anyone want that done to them? Thank God I learned that it was what it was actually before I had a boyfriend. Imagine that, like, just like, I can't whistle. No, that's weird. That's weird. Yeah, just like blowing it like those conch shells or whatever they're called. When I was 7, I asked my mom what being a virgin meant. I had heard the word around, probably on TV, and she told me when you were a virgin, you had never been in love with someone. At the time, I had a boyfriend and considered myself to be in love with him, so I proceeded to tell everyone for the next year that I was not a virgin. Eventually, a teacher heard me and said and called my mom in. Okay, depends on how. Okay, well, they were 7, so that's like what, grade 3, I think, grade 2, grade 3. And I'm sorry, like, for me at that age, I think you could have been a little bit better at explaining that to your child. Like, I will never lie to my child. My son is now 12 and he's asking questions now, and I am totally upfront and frank with him, and I will tell him the truth if he asks certain questions. I'm not gonna say like, oh, friggin' stork brought you, because I think with these misconceptions, that's how we get a lot of teenage pregnancies and issues with that kind of stuff. So I think I think she could have explained it a little bit better. I wonder if she explained it a lot better after the teacher had called her mom in and to come and talk. Perhaps. I thought that an erect, you know, hung down between a man's leg and pointed straight at the ground. I guess I thought all areas of the person's body was performed by scissoring. Oh my god, this would be so awkward if that actually happened. I mean, that would be really weird, and I don't think he would be able to do anything like certain positions if that was like that. Okay. Another person says, I thought oral sex meant that you were just talking about sex, like an oral book report. No. So, yeah, I hope you Googled it and got the right answer. I thought you got pubic hair by bumping parts with someone else who had hair down there, just like a transferred from person to person. No, that's not how it works. You hit puberty and hair starts to grow there, and yeah, it can be embarrassing, I guess, but thank God we don't have to like bump people in order to do that, because I would never do that. I thought whenever a female got excited, an egg was released. In my mind, there was a trade-off. Excitement for an egg. It made me never want to do it myself, if you know what I mean, for the fear of running out of eggs. No. Yeah. Having these as a female, getting excited and explosion, is fun, just to say the least. And doing it yourself is also good. Your hand doesn't fall off. You don't go to hell. I'm sorry. But fear of running out of eggs, no. You're born with all your eggs, and you start running out when you're hitting menopause, so you have nothing to worry about. Do it as many times as you would like to yourself, and you have no problem. I thought using protection, having protected sex, meant someone had to watch and make sure nothing went wrong. Oh my god, imagine that. Imagine just suddenly like, okay, you got like 20 minutes, start. Okay, yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Things are going well. Yeah, looks good. I know that history back in, well, I don't know what century. Okay, I'm not that great at history. But when a king and queen got married, and they had to perform to make the marriage real, consummate the marriage, there's usually was like either a knight or a guard or the queen's lady in waiting, and they usually, I don't think they stood inside the bedchamber to watch, but I know that at least they would have to be outside listening to make sure that it was actually happening, to make sure that the marriage was official. But just imagine having, like, I don't know, your bestie, like a friend, like, oh god, that would be so weird. I was told by another girl in high school that when nuns take their vows in the Catholic Church, their menstrual cycles immediately stop for life because they will not be having children. If this happened, I'd probably be a nun by now, because that sucks. and I don't like having my cycle. And yeah, but that doesn't work. I'm sure they still have it. They probably just keep it a secret. Yeah, that's not how it works. I got the talk when I was way too young for my brain to actually process it. And the way my mother explained it made it sound so realistic that I thought it involved an audience. What is it? People thinking that people are watching? Like I literally thought people were supposed to watch you do it, like commemorate the moment or something, like a graduation or an award ceremony. Oh God, like that would that would be so traumatic. Like I'm sorry that you had to learn this when you were young, but no, it's a private matter, and you were supposed to do it in private within your bedroom, or okay, maybe even outside, but not in public. I think you would get arrested for that. I thought you only had to have sex once and then got pregnant as often as God or karma or whatever deemed it so, because I couldn't imagine why anyone would want to do it more than once. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair misconception, and especially, I'm sorry if you're religious, that a lot of Christian religions, they don't really talk about sex often, and a lot of teenagers or kids get the wrong information. But no, I mean, you could have sex once and get pregnant if you weren't using protection. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, but that it doesn't work like that. When I was 8 or something, I had not heard of the thingy going boop. And I thought that the guy had to like physically take his and shove it up the woman's. I don't like saying stupid names, but because of the video, I don't want to be monetized. So I'm gonna say hoo-ha. And that was why sex was so noisy, because it hurt or something. I quickly figured out that that was ridiculous. Yes, that is ridiculous. I mean, sure, guys are more visual, and that definitely helps to have that, happen so they're ready. And well, it does hurt a little bit, or even for some people a lot, when they're doing it for the first time. So I could see that. I thought when the entered the hoo-ha, it would just stay still for a bit. Like there would be no movement, and two people would carry on their day as usual, attached to each other until they were pregnant. Oh my God. No, no, like what, like an alien or something? Like, like you just had like, I don't know. How would you would have to be like so close in proximity, and then you just have to like go around like this doing your daily routine. um I've heard a lot of people think like you just had to stay still and that was it. Like, it involves movement, rhythm. um one person said, I thought the balls had to go inside the hoo-ha and the sperm would osmosis through the ball sack. Oh my God. It's like those lantern fishes, like where the female, like, she gets a male to like attach to herself, and then like he slowly like disintegrates into her, and that's how the lanternfish becomes pregnant. I think that's a lanternfish. That would be really weird. It's just like having that happen. Okay. Last one. I'm open and out lesbian, so it goes with the story. I worked with this girl a few years ago, and I got my period by surprise. I asked her for a tampon and she was extremely confused. Her response to my question was, I thought lesbians didn't get periods. Um, why? Why would you think that? They're all women. Just just because they're having, you know what, with another woman doesn't mean that they don't get their periods. Like, why? Like, just why? um, no, all females will get a period at one point in their life. And, you know, maybe go to 50 years old, 55 years old until menopause hits, and then you're done, which, you know, I'm looking forward to. But yeah, just because they're a lesbian? No. They probably actually would have like the same cycle, because like when you're together, like, you know, in a household or something like that, usually the cycles kind of, what's the word? Yeah, they kind of time up the same. Anyways, so yeah, that were funny things, misconceptions, people that had about sex. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if anybody's offended. And I hope if anybody has any questions, you know, tell me in the comments. I hope you'll like this video and subscribe. Bye.